I want to read chapter 12, verse 1. These are the statutes and ordinances that you are to make sure to do in the land that Adonai, the God of your fathers, has given you to possess all the days that you live on the earth. I want to just bring an example for all of us. The Lord wasn't just concerned with Israel entering and possessing the promised land. He was deeply invested in their well-being while living in it. He wanted to protect them there. In other words, the Lord desires us to live in His blessing, not just enter the land, but to be a blessing to this place. Today, many associate God's blessing primarily with financial prosperity. When people think about blessing, they think about money or properties or anything. While that may be one expression of it, the Bible makes it clear. True blessing begins with spiritual prosperity and a right relationship with God. And only then does it extend to other areas of life. The most important is spiritual blessing. I want to show you a few key principles from Deuteronomy 12. And again, I'm doing it very fast. I don't want to take our time because we have a wonderful time of fellowship. Oneg. Deuteronomy chapter 12, again, verse 5. Rather, you are to seek only the place Adonai your God chooses. There you will come. Verse 6. There you are to bring your burnt offerings, your sacrifices. Verse 7. There you and your household will eat before the Lord and rejoice in every undertaking of your hand. 11. Then the place Adonai your God chooses to make His name dwell, there you are to bring all that I command you. Verse 12. Then you will rejoice before the Lord. Verse 14. Rather do so only in the place Adonai chooses in one of your tribes. Verse 8. Rather you are to eat them before Adonai your God in the place Adonai your God chooses, and you will rejoice before Adonai your God in every undertaking of your hand. Have you heard multiple times, in that place Adonai chooses, and rejoice there. Again, the place God chooses. Throughout the chapter, this phrase is repeated again and again. The place Adonai your God chooses. This repetition is not accidental. The Lord wanted His people to understand the place where we meet Him matters. Very much matters. It's a place of worship, sacrifice, thanksgiving, unity, and celebration. In ancient Israel, that place was the temple, located at the very heart of the nation. It wasn't just a building. It was the center of spiritual and communal life, a place of God's presence, mercy, love, and reconciliation. But what about us today? We don't have temple in Jerusalem anymore. John 2, verse 19-21, Yeshua said, destroy this temple. Yeshua answered them, and in 3 days I will raise it up. But He was speaking about the temple of His body. Yeshua became the living temple, and through Him, we, His people, have become a spiritual house. 1 Peter 2:5 says, you also, as living stones, are being built up as a spiritual house, a holy priesthood. Mazel tov. You're not only a brick in the house of the Lord, because we're all bricks together. And you know, when it's by itself, what's good about the brick when it's not in the wall? I mean, you can put it somewhere, or you can use a hammer or something else. Don't throw anything to anyone. But the most point value of the brick, it becomes a wall, the beautiful building. This is why it is so important to have a body. So here it is. Are being built up as a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God only through the Messiah, Yeshua. Our praises are acceptable to God. He likes us. He likes when we sing to him, when we dance in his presence. He loves us. He purchased us. He rejoiced with us. The true temple now is not made of stone. This is why when believers looking for the third temple, I don't have idea why. You are the third temple. Book of Revelation said that there won't be a temple in that place because the Messiah himself, he is the temple. Don't looking for something else. Enjoy time with Yeshua the Messiah. The true temple now is not made of stone, but of hearts. And yet, God still appoints places where we gather to worship, serve, and glorify him. We are blessed to have such a place today, JMCJ, a place dedicated to his name and his presence. Another repeated theme in Deuteronomy 12 is, you will rejoice before Adonai your God. You know what? In the Bible, worship wasn't meant to be a burden, but it was designed to be filled with joy. We are reminded in Psalm 100, serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with joyful singing. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. The Hebrew phrase, Ivdot Hashem besimcha, serve the Lord with joy, or another translation can be serve the Lord through joy. Not only with joy, through joy. It's the way to serve the Lord. Joy, this joy is unlike and it's anything in this world. It is divine, and it's a joy that sustains us even in trials. In the conclusion, I want to read Habakkuk chapter 3, verses 17 and 18 as the blessing to all of us. Though the fig tree does not blossom, and there is no yield on the vines, though the olive crop fail, and the fields produce no food, the flock is cut off from the fold, and there is no cattle in the stalls. What to do in this case? Yet will I triumph in Adonai. I will rejoice in the God of my salvation, which is Yeshua salvation. Even when life is hard, when dreams delay, finances falter, sometimes it happens, or health declines, our calling is to rejoice not in our strength, but in the God who never changes. Let me conclude with final thoughts. The Lord chooses a place for his presence. In that place, we are to rejoice before him. So let us value the place God has given us today. Let us serve him with joy, bring our spiritual sacrifices with gratitude, and continually gather together as his people to worship him. Because the greatest blessing is not found in possessions. It is found in his presence.
It's